Hello, how are you doing? We're going live. I'm just tuning up here. I'll just tilt this down a bit as well. Lovely. I'll wait for some people to join. Hopefully there's a few people out there expecting this live lesson. We've got someone watching. I don't know who it is, but you can actually comment below, and if you like, say hi. We're going to do a couple of lessons and then head across to Zoom if you want, and we can have a chat and play some music there as well. But this is the beginner's lesson that's coming up now. I'll just wait a little bit longer. Who is watching, by the way? If you're watching, feel free to comment below this video. Just hit reply. You might have to set up a profile if you haven't already. That's the only thing. It's all pretty cool. This pretty modern. So we're going to look at a bit of blues, kind of some single note stuff. So you can take something away to play basically immediately. I'll give it another couple of minutes because I know there's a couple of people watching now, but I know people are probably struggling to get in and figure it all out. And then I'll go with it. Okay. In fact, I'll play the little tune now so you know how it goes. It goes like this. All done with one finger so far, as you can see. Hello, welcome to the live lesson. I know I've got a couple of people watching, but it'd be interesting to know who it is. So feel free to add a comment below and say hi. We're going to be going live on Zoom after this. But this is the beginner's lesson. Okay, so we'll look at that. We've got about 15 minutes. I'm going to show you this little riff. And of course, this will be up. This will be up in the archive, so you can go back over it in your own time if you like. But what's really nice about this is it's a 12-bar blues, a little 12-bar blues in E, and basically there are three important parts of the fretboard to think about. So you've got the E string, the open E. You've got the open A string. So the bottom string. I'll just get rid of the pick for now because you might not be sitting there with a pick. So you can use your thumb. You've got the bottom E. You've got the A. And then up on the second fret, you've also got the B. Second fret of the A string. That's a B note because it goes A sharp, B. Now, what we're going to do is play exactly the same pattern, but from those three starting points. So we're going to do a pattern like this from the E. We repeat that quite a few times. We do it 4 times. And then we're going to do exactly the same pattern, but just from the A, which obviously starts here. And then on the B, what you're going to do is it's the same pattern, but imagine if the nut here, this is the nut, the white bit, if it actually started here, if the nut was there, so your finger's the nut, and you're going to do the same thing you do on the A, but from here. So you have to use your first finger and you're going. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play, I'll show you each each note to play, and we'll walk through it, and then we'll get it going. So feel free to use your thumb or even your thumb and a finger like that, whatever's most comfortable. There are many ways to do it, and definitely when you're just starting out on the guitar, or it's worth doing what's comfortable. You can use a plectrum if you like as well. But I'm not really that much into getting too heavy with theory and technique at this point. The important bit is to try and play it and get it sounding nice. So you're just going to hit the bottom note twice of the E string. So open E. And then you're going to get your first finger and stick it on the 2nd fret of the D string. So the 3rd string down here. And you're going to hit it twice. Okay. And then you're going to take that finger off and do the D string again twice. Okay. Okay. And then to finish that little pattern, you're going to go, which is the A string, so the 2nd string down, 2nd fret. So really slowly, I'm just going to start looping that. Try and play along. So keep going. So going off, 2. So open E, D, 2nd fret, open D, 2nd fret, A. Yeah, just keep going. Okay, and now we might as well do the next pattern, which is identical, except you just start on the A string, like that. So this time, A string twice, and then your first finger is going to go down to the G 2nd fret, there. 2nd fret, off, then D string, 2nd fret. So just practice that a bit. I'll just loop it. It's a really nice riff, and once you got it, you can just kind of jam along and have quite a lot of fun with this one. I remember when I first learned it, it was quite nice to just play. Okay. So that's the A. So we'll just go over the 2. So the E is, and again we'll do it 4 times. So we'll do it 4 times. I'll count it in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And again 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to move to the A. So here your thumb's in the right place already. You're just going to go A. Hello, welcome. If some other people have joined, so welcome. So after that first E, I'll just explain what I was doing before I got distracted by the people watching. Here, all you're going to do is take the foot, and you're there. Take your first finger off, and you're there. Bam. And you're ready to then do the next pattern. Okay, so now we'll look at the B, which is we call it the 5th chord, the 5 chord. In the blues, you often hear about songs that are the 3-chord trick or a 3-chord song, and usually they're this series of chords. It can be in a different key, but it's E, A, and B, or C, G, and F. They're all related. It's the 1, the 4, and the 5. The E is the 1, A is the 4, and B is the 5. And it's called 1-4-5 because you've got the major scale, the E major scale. I'm going to say classically do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, because even though that should be in C, but you'll understand it if I do it. So it goes do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You know, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's the 1, then it's the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5. So that's why we say 1, 4, 5. Useful bit of theory there. Sorry, don't want to get too bogged down with theory. Right, so we're now going to look at the B. Sorry, I often deviate. The B, you're just going to get your first finger, stick it on the 2nd fret of the A, and you're going to pick that twice. Yeah? And do you notice my finger's very close to the fret? It's not on the fret, but it's pretty close. And I find if I'm here, it's harder to push. So I tend to stick it as close as I can to the fret without it being actually on it. And it's just easier, which is nice. Always nice to try and make it easier on the guitar. So you go 2, and then we're going to skip a string. And with your 3rd finger, you're going to play the G string 4th fret there. There. Don't forget, we're going to be going live on Zoom at 7:30, so I'll be posting the link here. So stick around for that for sure. It's actually an octave. Yeah, so that's an E note, and that's an E, an octave higher. Okay, so we're going to go twice, twice. Then your first finger is going to play still on the G string. There. It's a little box. And then your 3rd finger is going to play the 4th fret of the D. That one. So just get those notes under your fingers. And we'll just loop that for a while. We'll just loop it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it going. So that's the B, okay? Let's try and move down to the A, which is that string just open. So you finish there. We're going to do it open this time. Here we go. Just down the A, and we'll do it one more time on the A, and now move down to the E this time. So try and get it in time. E. Okay, so that is they're the notes we use. And now if you want to know the actual chord progression, actually inside the blues library, I'm just on a laptop here as well. It's up to you if you want to open it or not, but if you can get a screen up or get it on your phone or something. If you go to the Art of the Blues course, and I think it's section 1, the very first chord download in section 1 of the Art of the Blues is the chord progression. So I'm opening it up now. So if you go to Art of the Blues course, section 1, you've got a download chord sheet. I'm downloading it now. Sorry, I should have put it in the messages, really, in the comments. I actually could, to be fair. See if I can do. Oh, maybe for now it's easier. Just go to the Art of the Blues, and you've got the chord progression there. In fact, let me do it. Hang on. Yeah, I'll post it below right now. I can add a link. So there it is. So below this video now, you've got the chords. It's just posting. And hey, Jeff. Sorry, it took a while. I don't know why it didn't refresh, but hi, Jeff. Nice to see you. So the chords are there now. So if you look at the chord sheet, you'll see you've got 4 bars of E, 2 bars of A, 2 bars of E, a bar of B, a bar of A, a bar of E, and a bar of B7. And that's the 12-bar blues chord progression. And you've got an E and then 3 lines, which the E is the chord. The E is the first beat, I should say. The first line is beat 2, beat 3, beat 4, next bar, E, 2, 3, 4, next bar, so on. So the first letter is the first beat, and then the 3 lines are the next 3 beats. So it's in 4/4 beats per bar. Okay, if you've got it there in front of you, we'll play along. I'll also shout the chords out and we'll do it now. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. E, 2. Okay, we're going to go to A this time. A, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3. Back to E. Okay, now we're going to go for the B7. B7. A. Down to the E. B7 at the end. Sorry, I was a bit slow there. One more time. We'll do it one more time, and I'm going to play it a lot slower. Okay, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. We're going to go to the A here. 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2. Back down to the E here. 7, 2, 3, 4. Stay on the E. 8, 2, 3. Okay, the B. 9, 2, 3. A coming up. A, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. Then bar 12 on the B. Then it repeats. It goes back to the start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that is basically a lovely little pattern that you can practice. And over the weekend, I was in the studio filming some lessons, and I've actually filmed a high definition lesson of that, and we're going to be tabbing it up. So it will be in the beginners section of Acoustic Masterclass in the next few days as a nice play along video with the lessons, so you can practice in there. It'll just take a few days for me to get it together. Basically, it's a little bit fiddling around online, which isn't my favorite thing to do, but it's got to be done. So if anyone's got any questions, I can refresh the page, and then we're going to wait to start the intermediate, the next lesson, basically, which is a lovely open tuning lesson. So we'll see what happens. So Jeff is watching. Who else is watching out of interest? Is it possible to write a comment below? See who else is in the room. We're going live on Zoom at 7:30. Yeah, hey Jeff. So I'm going to get this other guitar, and it's in DAD, D-A-D, F sharp, A-D. Which is great. In fact, I'm going to tune it back up, and then I'll start the lesson with a kind of tuning it down, basically. So I've got my little tuner here on my phone. I'm just using that. It's a free one, Guitar Tuner, spelled like the fish, and it's a free app, and it's pretty good. It's very accurate, but if you see, see how the green bit is right on the red line? That's what you want. It's not actually that accurate, this tuner. For example, it makes a noise. If you listen to the noise, hang on. When and it tells you you're in tune, but it's a little bit, it'll tell you when you're close. But if you get the white line right on the red line, like it is, then you bang on, basically. That's what you want to do. Make sure it's on the red line. Took me a while to figure that out. I was wondering why is my guitar not perfectly in tune with this tuner, but you've got to be really accurate with it. So welcome everybody. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I'm testing out the site. It's the second live lesson, and I don't know if people prefer this way, sitting at home not being seen, or if you prefer the Zoom style, but we can talk about that later. We're having a Zoom at 7:30, and it'd be great if some people could join. Feel free to comment below and say you're here. Hey Ryan, hey man, you're right. Tabea, and hey Hein, great to see you. So hopefully Ron is coming as well, because Ron and I think Hein as well, you were interested in the open tuning blues. So I thought I'd give a bit of a lesson, or kind of a little bit of a made up one on the spot for the D-A-D, F-sharp A-D. Kind of a nice thing you can do, fingerstyle thing you can do around that. So, yay, we've got a few more people coming. Hello, and say hi if you like. Let me know you're watching, or even just like the picture, so I know you're watching. And now I'll give it another minute before I tune down to D-A-D, F-sharp A-D. So dad fad, I guess it's called, which sounds like the kind of thing dads do at the weekend, but only for a while, until everyone thinks this is a rubbish thing to do, like a dad fad. Anyway, so you're probably in standard tuning. So what you've got to do is tune your bottom E string down to a D. So the way I do it is I'll get my D, and I'll just try and match that. Like that. And then again, the top E, you're gonna make that a D as well. And a nice way to get it pretty close is without a fancy tuner on the top of your guitar. If you play the harmonic on the 12th fret of the D string there, then that's the same register. Pretty close. And then the A, we want to tune this B string. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that. That's better. We want to tune this B string down to a A. So there's an A string there. So I use the A. To get it as close as possible. And then last of all, the G string is going to come down to an F sharp. And actually, it's quite easy to get the G string to be an F sharp, because if you use your ears, it's a nice major chord, you know. It's a major third. There you go. And you'll hear if it's not right, because it'll sound like this. flat. This is also a tuning used a lot for slide guitar. I don't have a slide, I have a pen. So that's useful to know as well. If you get a glass or a slide in this tuning, it's an A, you know, sorry, it's an E. And I remember years ago, I was a redcoat at Butlins. Don't mind admitting that to people inside this group. Probably wouldn't say it on Facebook. And there was a rock and roll band, and they came, and that's how his guitar was tuned. He was just... He did it all with one finger. Which is fair enough, you know. You don't have to learn to play the guitar, really. You just have to move your hand up and down in time and use your one finger and put it there or there, and you can play rock and roll. So anyway, we're going to look at country blues, and here we go. We've got 6 people watching. I'll see if there are any more comments, any more people saying hi. Ron, nice one. Cool, Ron. Okay, and Mary. Hey, hi, Mary. We need to sort you out with the password, Mary. Just if you email me, I can send you that a new password, basically. Anyway, so what we're going to do is, everyone in DAD, D-A-D, F sharp A-D. Like that. Get yourself into that tuning, if not. D-A-D, F sharp. You can also get it by tuning off the D string 4th fret, if you like. And now what we're going to do, I'm kind of making this up as I go along. I'll play through a bit of a progression. It goes... So that's a kind of chord progression I'm going to show you right now, and then we're going to look at some kind of... You can also get a little bit darker. Always reminds me of people like John Renbourn. Bertie Anch and people like that. Which are those great British folk guitarists from the 60s and 70s that really changed the way acoustic guitar was played. So simply what we're going to do is get a kind of pedal effect going on the 2 D strings, on the bass string and the normal D string. So D, D, okay. So just get that going, and you're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It helps if you've done the Travis pick in some of the Travis style lessons on the site here. Anyway. Oh, I missed there. Just seeing a cat outside as well. Okay, so next what we're going to do, so we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I'm going 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the thumb keeps doing 1, 2, 3, 4 perfectly in time. We're just adding an and it's just the top E. Or actually it's a D, because we're in Dad Fad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sure the reason a lot of Irish bands play in this tuning is so you can drink and play at the same time. Nobody notices, you know. You could do it every time like this. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Try 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 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 1. Have you got a better picture now, Hein? Okay. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. So just noodle around with that for a bit, and then I'll show you the next bit. Just refreshing the comments. Hopefully Hein's got a better picture now. I think I've got pretty good internet here where I am. I'm at my mum's house. I came here tonight to film because the internet's better, which is nice. I wouldn't have a bag like that myself. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 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 3 and 4. Now let's add. Okay, in fact, before we do that, I'm kind of making this lesson up as I go along. If you've just joined in, we're in D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. Try. I'm gonna go. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go through the chord, the scale, the major scale, up the fretboard. So you can do this basically. Which is good fun, because once you've got that thing going, you can kind of easily improvise just using the major scale, which is something maybe some of you haven't done before because it's not the blues scale. And the major scale just goes, you'll hear it, it goes 0, 2, 4, 5, 0, 2. Just practice going up and down that. If you can get the thumb going as well. Might take some practice. It took me a lot of practice, to be fair. Just noodling around there. Okay, so we're going 0, 2, 3, 5, 7. 0, 2, 3, 5. Sorry, 0, 2, 4, not 3. I don't know why I was saying that. 0, 2, 4, 5, 7. And then we're going to go to 9. And then we're going to go to 11. And then we're going to go up to 12. So just practice going up and down that. It's the major scale. 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. Okay. Okay. So what I'm doing there is I'm going. So on the 1, 2, and the 4, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. On the 2, I'm picking the top E, the top D string, and that D together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And also I'm going 1, 2, 3, and 4, and, which is the A string, well, the traditional B string on a guitar, the second from the top. but it's an A right now. I'm just going to loop that pattern over and over again. We're holding our first finger on the 4th fret here. We're going thumb, 1, 2, it's a pinch. So 1, pinch, 2, and thing, and D. So 1, pinch. So it's thumb, pinch, thumb, and then thumb. Thumb, pinch, thumb. So that was the A string there, or the B. Oh, let's call it B, so not confuse you. B. Then the thumb on the D. So thumb, pinch. Thumb, pinch, thumb, and D. Thumb, pinch, thumb, and. So that's a nice rolling move. I'm all about improvising, showing you how to improvise. So just around this, you can go anywhere, as long as it's on one of those notes. Sounds nice. Like I'm going to say a random number, 2. Let's see how it sounds. 4, 5, 7. Okay, now we got that going on. What we're going to do to get to the next chord, which is a G, it's an E7 shape, basically. So first finger on the G string, 1st fret, 2nd finger's on the A string, 2nd fret. Pluck the whole thing. It's a lovely sounding, suspended kind of sounding chord. And then fingerstyle wise, I'm going, so thumb on the A string and the 2nd finger's on the B. So you're going pinch, the A and the D, and then you go in 1st finger, thumb, and then you finish it with a top E. And then you go thumb, 2nd finger, 1st finger. You could even go, you could pick them both there. I'll loop that for a while, just holding down an E7 shape, but really in this tuning it's a G. Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that might take people a long time to get. I know, I always think back to when I was learning this pattern not long ago, 2 years ago, I figured this out. And it took me a while, you know, it takes everyone a while. So we're gonna go from this part. You can hear it, so not this time, now. Okay, and then finally the 5 chord, which is an A, a kind of A chord. Basically, you're putting your first finger on the G, 1st fret, second finger's on the D string, 2nd fret, and your 3rd finger's going on the top E, although it's a D in this tuning. And that's a nice spacey sounding. You start from the A string because it is actually an A chord. Listen to how it sounds. You take those fingers off, add that one. You can hear it going down, but it's a bit suspended. Oh, sorry. Thought it was in dadka. So. Which is beautiful. And then on this, fingerstyle wise, on this, you can do the first pattern. You can do exactly the same thing as you do on the first, that one, but just there. So you have to move your thumb down. And it's up to you whether your thumb misses a string and goes like that, or if it goes, or it could even go. It's up to you. I think we're there for 2 bars. So you're going thumb, pinch, thumb, and thumb, pinch, thumb, and thumb, 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 pinch, thumb, and thumb. Then you go to the open. And then you can noodle up the fret scale. Definitely, this will chill you out, this kind of music, very chilled. May you never lay your head down without a roll. May you never make your bed out in the cold. Very chilled, very John Martin-y, very Nick Drake, very Yanch. All those players do it. Joni Mitchell as well. She wrote Paved paradise, put up a parking lot with a pink hotel and a boutique, a swinging hot spot in that tuning too. So that's one worth maybe for the pub set list library, which is coming. I promise it's coming. I'm literally waiting to get into the pub because I want to film it in a pub, and I've got to set that up. A load of songs in a pub. It's just an excuse to have a pint of real ale, I think, and shoot some videos in a pub. So yeah, I mean, that's basically it. What I'll do is, again, tomorrow these videos will go into the archive here in the members forum area, the members hangout, and I'll also tag on a little play along video, and then at some point in the coming few weeks, when I go back into the studio to make some more lessons, I'll make a high definition video lesson for this, with maybe a few more extra bits and tabbed up, that kind of thing. But yeah, what we're going to do now, I'm just going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to email out the Zoom link, and it would be amazing if you could join us on Zoom, and then I can see you, because at the moment it feels a bit one way, and we can talk about whether you like this system or if you prefer the lessons to be done in Zoom as well. I'm on the fence about it, actually. I was just trying it out, and it seemed to be kind of cool. So thanks for coming along, and yeah, I'll email out the link to Zoom and also post it below here, and that'll start bang on 7:30, or in Europe 8:30. Okay, I'm just going to close out here, end the stream, and I'll see you in 5 minutes over at Zoom. Cheers.